Good morning, Mommy.
Good morning, Donald.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh gosh, I tell you, I can't tell you how good it is to be able to talk to you on this platform of the Forgotten Generation. It's just brilliant.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about this? I know that you may be a bit nervous, but it's
Very,
only
very nervous. I do not like public speaking.
public
And do
speaking.
all my doing in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But after all, you're only talking to Cliffy.
So can I say Cliffy?
Yes.
Okay.
Some people may not know who Cliffy is, but yes, of course you can.
Cliffy is Donald. Donald,
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Donald Campbell.
Wow.
it's
So
nothing.
great. So great. So we've set up this organization to archive information about people like yourselves who have, seen so much and done so much and record it live so that we have it forever, and so we can educate everybody, the youngsters and everybody, by just telling our story. So I've got a series of questions I'm going to go through with you. So you just answer them in whichever way you like, yeah?
Mhm.
And I'm going to start off the proceeding by just asking you to give me a background of your birthplace and your parents and siblings, that sort of thing.
I am the daughter, an only daughter of Mordecai Burke and Beulah Burke. And I'm from the district of Mailey, St. Thomas, Jamaica.
Wow. District of Mailey, St. Thomas, Jamaica. That's music. Straight away there. Yes. So what was your experience like growing up in Mailey, district?
Very enjoyable. It was just a small community. Everyone knew everyone, and everyone would be the parent. The older ones, they were being respected. You have to say hello. And, everyone would tell you what to do or not to do if they see you misbehaving in any way. It was just a friendly community.
Well, I guess it's quite different to today, right? Where you have to be so careful in even talking to somebody else's child, right?
That is true.
Never mind scalding them. Yeah, fantastic. So did you actually go to school in that area in Mailey?
No, the school would be about 3 miles from Mailey, which is Mount Vernon.
All right.
And we had that school where you would start off at the age of 5.
Okay, so did you had to walk to school, ride to school, drive to school?
We had to walk to school and we had to cross the river so many times.
Really?
Yes.
even when you had the rainfall and the rivers.
When we have the rainfall and the rivers, and then the rivers cross the road so many times. So if you're wearing a pair of shoes, you would walk barefooted until you cross the river to go to school and you put your shoes on.
So wasn't it at time a little bit difficult, dangerous crossing the river, because it could be quite ferocious, couldn't it?
At times, but with the ones I had to cross, they would try to put stepping stone, or your parents would try and take you across it.
Oh, right. Okay. So what was it like then, Mount Vernon School?
Mount Vernon School in the older age or the younger age?
Yeah, from the younger age when you started there. What was it like?
We start from the elementary school, which was quite small.
Yeah.
And then, you would have your slate and pencil and things like that.
A slate. I remember that. A slate.
Yes. You have to take your slate and your pencil, and, things would be written on the blackboard and you use your, with chalk.
Yeah.
And then with your slate, after you've written on it, you can wipe it off and start again.
Wow. And then from that age, you've got So went to the senior, the junior
Yes.
school or whatever they call it.
That was the primary school, then you
Okay.
go to the secondary school,
Okay.
which was called a government school, Mount Vernon Government School. You
Yeah.
know, that was formed wherein you would go there, wherein you would be doing your first, second, and third year exams.
And what was that experience like going to the secondary school?
Quite demanding. You had to do a lot of studies, and you know, you have to be.
Yeah, tip top, no doubt, because they're quite strict on education back in Jamaica.
Yes, in those days they were very, very strict on education.
Yeah.
So you have to be on your toes.
So did you have a particular favorite subject?
My favorite subject was English.
Yeah.
And then history, religious education. Not very popular with geography.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about history then. Did you learn much about Jamaica itself or its people, or was it about other countries?
It was about other countries. England, one of the main ones. You know, very little about my own country until many, many years after coming to England that I get to know a little about my own country.
Oh, right. Okay. So talking about coming to England then, but did you actually, what age was that?
When I come to England?
Yeah.
I was 20.
Okay. So you done all your schooling in Jamaica?
Yes.
Before you
Yes. And then we applied for a post, a nursing post in England. And then I came up before it was.
Okay. So talking about nursing posts, prior to leaving school then, was that your ambition to become a nurse?
Yes, I would like to be a nurse or a teacher.
Okay. So by that time then, I guess, were your parents in England?
No, I had an uncle in England,
Right.
which is just down the road from where I'm living now, being in England.
Okay. So carry on.
At that time, he was living in Westminster Road.
Okay, here in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
So you came to join your uncle?
Yes, in Handsworth, Birmingham.
All right. So your parents were still in Jamaica then?
Yes, they were all in Jamaica. They came up after me.
Oh, that's interesting, because in most cases, the parents come first and then the youngster join them afterwards.
No, this was the child coming first and the parents joining.
So how long after that then did your parents join you? Okay. Were there many years or just a short while?
Not very long, couple of years, quite a few years.
So you live in Jamaica then, especially as you didn't come to join your parents, come to join your uncle. What was it like leaving Mailey, St. Thomas, Jamaica, the hot little, and joining and come to a place like this in Birmingham? What was that like?
Well, after hearing that the streets of England was paved with gold and the nice things, and I'm going to, they gave me a rundown of where I will be. I was very proud because I would have my own room and how I was going to dress it up and decorate it and, have my own room to go in. And, I was just going to make it beautiful.
And did that all happen?
Yes, it did.
Oh, great. Okay. So when you arrived here then, did it all go to plan, in terms of you coming and wanting to be a nurse and studying and all that?
Yes, it happened, but I came up before because a date was set for me to come. And, by planning to come, I didn't want to be late or anything. So I came a bit early. And by so doing, I got a job on the buses,
Really?
Yes, which was not very nice.
So what were you doing on the buses in terms of a job?
Conducting
Oh, really?
on the open back buses.
Oh,
Where
my.
you had a very big, heavy machine on your shoulder, and you have to go in the bus, collect the fare, go up the stairs, come down the stairs, stand on the open bus where the wind would be and snow and everything would be coming in at you. So that wasn't very nice. And by so doing, I suffered from chilblains.
Oh, my goodness.
That was the swelling of the fingers and the toes, you know, mainly.
Yeah, from the cold and all that sort of thing.
And then we had lots and lots of snow.
Yes, back in the day.
Back in those days, there was snow on the ground and form into ice, and people were slithering on the ice, and many broken feet and hands, and you know, it was not very nice.
So what was it like in terms of a young Black female in the midst of that sort of world? What was that experience like?
On the buses, you know what you had to do. If it's going into nursing, when I then decided, when the time came for me to go into nursing, I went to Selly Oak Hospital.
All right.
And I got on extremely well with the patients.
Wow.
And with my studies, I tried to study very hard.
But I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I did.
So back in the day then, how long was that particular course then to become a nurse?
Well, say about 3 years, you know, it all depends on how you, if you do what the first one in the first year, you would have to go on to the second and the third year. So you have junior nurses, and then you have senior nurse, and then you would come to have, the last one would be, I can't remember the name, Donald.
Yeah.
But it's a progress. It's like, say, when at school, you would be first year, second year, third year.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
So that would be auxiliary nurse.
Oh, okay.
So I was being trained as an auxiliary nurse.
Okay.
And if you wanted to go further, you could be a staff nurse, but I only stopped at the third year, wherein I was an auxiliary.
Okay. So did you actually transfer from Selly Oak to any other of the hospitals?
Yes, to West Brom. But
West Brom?
Yes. It was called what? What was it called? It's West Brom anyhow. West Brom Hospital. But they have changed the name now. But I can't.
Yes. So, I mean, you growing up as a young adult in a strange country, you got to go straight on, so different. I mean, was that a good experience overall, or?
It was a very good experience.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
I became friendly with so many different people, you know, and in the hospital, they were very friendly. Most of them, but you know, that bit of racism was there.
Yes.
But yeah. I would tell you, I didn't suffer from it, but I know it was there. And it was shown to others very badly.
Fantastic. So just touching on going back to Mailey then, how much did you miss that? Your hometown and country?
Oh, I didn't miss it very much. I only thought of my parents, and I tried to help them in the best I could, you know, by writing to them very often or things like that. You know, we wrote to other, and you know, it was just writing in those days.
Yes. Did you get a chance to go back before they came, or?
No, I went back after they came.
Right. And what was that experience like when you went back to your place of birth after so many years?
Oh, the place looked different. To me, it was a big yard where we used to play chevy and hide and seek. And because, most of the children would come over to my yard because it was more level and big. And we used to play chevy, hide and seek. All those little games we used to play.
Yes.
So it was a very nice, strange experience.
Right.
The ackee tree was still there, and the orange tree was still there, and the calabash tree was still there. But apart from that, it was strange.
Yes.
And then I remember where we used to walk to go down to your dad's place and the graveyard and everything.
Wow.
So it was a lovely, lovely experience to see those places.
Yes, it must have brought back so many memories from your
So
childhood.
many memories. And then how you had to fill the barrel and sweep the yard, going down under the coffee tree. And I used to have to go under because the house was built wherein there's a part underneath.
Yes.
And the chicken would lay the eggs and you would have to go underneath. I didn't like that at all. So then, because the fowl would lay the eggs up the narrow part and you would be always bumping on the,
All right. Yes.
have to collect the eggs there.
That was quite
it was strange.
Yes.
But to see all the things that were there, it was an experience. And to meet the older people, like Miss Hetlin and, those people that you would call and respected so much.
Yes. And talking about some of those elder people, I remember there was a gentleman in the district with a radio or something where everybody used to gather. And
oh, yes. Uncle Lot.
All right. Yes.
Uncle Los. And everybody, if when there's a fight on the radio,
a boxing match.
The boxing.
Yeah.
He would be there, and because he had a Delco plant.
And he was the only
He was the only one in the district that had a Delco. So
right.
Most people would gather around. But he wasn't even able to do the radio himself. But after a time, they would see a bit of that.
Right. So he was the only one with sort of communication to the outer world with that radio.
Yes, with that radio.
Wow, that's fantastic. Because really and truly, Mailey only had so many families, didn't they? Like a handful of families. Is that right? They only had a handful of families. There weren't that many different families living in the district, was there?
No, not many. Not many. We would have, say, Aunt Stell, which would be my auntie, and quite a few. Not many.
Yeah. Fantastic. So have you been back to Mailey in recent years or much years later?
Not recent years, but I think most people have left the district. Not many people are there now.
Right.
Some have died, others, the younger children have emigrated, and those who used to work the land, because it was just left like that, they could wherever they want to work. After that.
And have you met up with anybody that's from your area in this here, England or even Birmingham?
No.
No?
No.
Wow. So you came and you settled and you became an adult and married, and I believe you had a business?
Yes, we had a shop. First, I had, after leaving nursing, I had started my family wherein I had 5 boys.
Wow.
And then we started at the shop and, spent 20 years in the shop.
Really? How did that come about then? You actually owning a shop?
Well, I started the family wherein I got married. Started the family and we decided that we would have a shop.
Right. A grocery
And
shop, I
that-
believe it was. A grocery shop, was it?
It was a general grocery shop.
General grocery shop.
We
Okay.
sell greens and everything was being sold there apart from clothes.
That's quite an experience, isn't it, too? Because, I mean, it's not something that you knew about. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just to start a shop like that, I mean, you know, where did all that come from? And why a grocery shop?
Well, we just see that it was we bought the place and it was a shop and then we decided to just build on it.
Okay, okay. And I think that was quite successful, wasn't it?
Yes, it was successful.
Because back in the day, people needed that kind of
Yes, Aki was say 2 and 6 and all those things. Everything was very cheap. And you would deliver it to the person's house or others would come. And once they get to know you and they are accepted and well treated, they tend to come back. So, and there were quite a few Black people living around.
Right.
Sorry. Saying the word Black.
No, that's fine. I'm happy with that because that's what it is. Where people struggle with that, and I think we should be straightforward and say Negroid people are Black.
Yes.
You know, and that's it. And not be
I'm
afraid.
proud to be Black.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for qualifying that. You know, but that's a very, very important.
Mhm.
So a shop in the community makes you as a family very well known.
Very well known.
Wow.
Very well known. And up to now, I'm being, oh, did you work at that? Was it you who had that shop on Grove Lane? And, so I was well known to others.
Wow, that's fantastic. And you did it for 20 years.
20 years.
That's
And, by so doing, I had to bring up the children as well. And with 6 boys.
Oh my God. How did you manage that? 6 boys on a business? Oh, that's really hard work.
It was hard.
And I suppose the kids, once they started growing up, they started helping you, did they? Did they actually help you in the shops and things like that? Or not?
Some helped, everyone is different.
Yes.
One would like to do this, one would like to do that.
Yes.
And,
Wow.
at the same time, you have to be teaching them how to cook and how to do this. And, it was not easy. Believe you me, Donald, I cannot tell you how.
Wow. It's just almost unimaginable. You having 6 boys and running a business like that. That's mega tough.
Yes. And then you have to go to the market early morning. And then at the same time, I was knocking out this and putting, how you would put grocery out to the front?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, you would have to put out the things and then you would make a face that people can see what is in the shop and everything like that. And then
wow.
In those days, one of the boys went to a school where there was no bus running. You would have to walk them to school. And in the evening, you would have to go back and fetch them from school. So,
oh my goodness.
Donald, I do not believe you now when I look back. I can't tell you how it was done, but it was done.
You sound like a super mom.
I don't know.
Yes, absolutely.
It was done.
Wow, that's absolutely magnificent. And so after the shop, then did you do anything else in terms of business or that sort of thing?
Yes. After that, I loved flowers, and I went to college. Although I did flowers for a long time and wedding flowers and things like that, but I thought there was a bit more to it. So I went to university, a school
Yes.
I learned to do more and know more the depths of flower arranging. And then I worked at Rackham's, I worked at CNA. Was a dinner lady,
Oh my goodness.
you know, and
Wow.
Donald, I don't know how it was done, but I still went and did woodwork, go to woodworks class. I went,
Woodwork as well.
yes, I made a table. It's a pity I'm sure I took a photograph, but can't find it. It was a different type of table that was made in those days, you know. And I went and did that. I had that in the house. And I did knitting. I went to knitting class. I went to sewing. I went to crochet, not crocheting. I went to knitting. I could do a bit of crochet when I came, so I didn't go to a crochet class. Yes.
Wow.
And then I work on hand press and I worked on power press.
What?
Yes. I did hand press, I did power press, and you know, and fit in as much as I could.
You did such a varied life. You must have met some real characters and different people around Birmingham itself.
Yes, I met a lot of people, a lot.
You know, people in high places and, you know, not so high places, and, you know, just the general public.
I just met people and I was just friendly with people.
Wow.
Every nationality, or most nationality.
Wow.
I just, once they come in my, you know, I was able to be with them, you know, accommodate them. Some stuff with me. I loved gardening. And then we changed houses, you know, after leaving the shop, we changed houses, and gardening was my first
love.
And then I just kept loving my garden, and people came and helped me with it. And then I learned to drive in my latter days.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So the flowers that you did, was there like for birthdays and weddings and all of that? Is that
birthdays, weddings, all different types of funerals. Funerals was became one of my main. In the early days, it was more weddings and function halls and churches, all those places.
Wow, that's so good. So your experience is just so broad and wide, and my goodness.
Yes.
You know,
so
what's it like now? What's it like in comparison, say, to say the 60s and 70s? You know, what's it like now in, say, Birmingham? Is it a lot different?
Oh, my personal life or what?
Well, just living in Birmingham, you know, because I mean, you came here in the 60s and the 60s, and now in the 23rd year.
Different weather-wise.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't got as much snow. I had prepared a bag of salt for some years now, wherein, you know, we had to put salt down at the pavement to prevent the snow going in the house.
Yes.
Through the front door. And I haven't been able to use it, so that has improved a lot. The bread used to be on the doorstep and things.
Oh my goodness.
Remember those days?
Tell us more about that.
So, yeah, the bread was left on the doorstep. The milk was delivered to you and left on the doorstep. You know, you had people coming around and selling you things, whereas now you can get it on internet and you can, wherein I'm not very good at that. But you have the internet, you don't have to go to the shop, you don't have to queue up as you used to. So there are so many different happenings. It's the changing world.
Yeah. And would you say it's a change for the better, or is it a mixture, or what? How do you see it from your perspective?
children are more respectful to elders.
Mhm.
Well, in our days, we were to be seen but not heard. In these days, they are being seen, and we have got to sit back and listen
As adults.
as adults.
Wow.
They will pass you on the street, as old as you may be, and they wouldn't say hello. Or you may stand at the gate and they're passing and they're knocking, on you, and they wouldn't say hello as children.
Mm.
And they want to know everything. You have got to be able to explain most things to them.
Wow. So what I'm hearing there is that change of disrespectfulness from the early days till now is not such a good thing.
I don't think it is.
Right. Because sorry, carry on.
No, you.
Yes, I just see it as probably the fact that people are not able to administer discipline. Not that we want to be, chastising our children beyond the point, but there's certain element of this respect that we need to teach our children, I believe, right?
Yes, yes. Hello and thank you and things like that. It goes a long way.
Because you've come from a culture where the adult was very much respected as an adult, right?
Yes.
And you show respect in that manner all the time.
Yes. And and we respected them.
Yes, yes.
And we would treat them to the best, but they are just who they are these days. Yes.
And it's the way life is, and we've just got to accept it for what it is and do the best to
best we can and help,
Yeah. So what do you do now?
Now I am it becomes less and less. I used to love my garden, and every minute was spent in the garden and doing so much, helping others. If I see someone on the street and they want to be taken, I used to do gardening for others.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, there was no stopping you.
I used to do garden for others, and I used to do flower hanging baskets, do flowers for them, and all around flowers. But now it gets less and less. You just find yourself doing less and less. And now in my 80 odd, I am finding, I didn't know that one could stop in bed until 10 o'clock.
Isn't that amazing?
I used to say, how can someone stop in their bed until 10 o'clock? And now, never say never.
No,
never say never.
And
because it comes.
It does, it comes with age, doesn't it?
Yes, it comes with age.
Yeah, and you have to respect your age.
Yes.
And the body tells you.
The body keeps telling you. You start finding the pain in the shoulder and in the feet. You're slow. It's hard to get off the chair and things like that. But you just press on, and with God's help, you just keep praying and asking him to strengthen you until.
Oh, gosh, goodness. Yes. So any particular plans, or you just taking life as it is, going forward?
Yes. I have joined my church when my mom passed away, and I've been going there for the past 70 or 20 odd or so much years. And I find pleasure in that. And no, I'm thinking nothing, Donald, about this life.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of the life to come, and that I am ready, not getting ready.
Okay.
For that life.
Yeah. So you
and the children.
Yes.
Oh gosh, they spoil me rotten.
You're six boys. Wow.
Oh, they all come up one every week,
Yeah.
you know, or when we have gathering, we are all together. Our last gathering was, well, we had Christmas together. We didn't have it at home this year. We went out, 18 in the family went out, and we had a meal. And
I believe, sorry, that you also have quite a few of the of people in the family that's born in July. Is that right?
yes. July is the busy month.
Right.
So many, because Vanley, the eldest one.
Oh, the photographer.
The photographer.
The godfather photographer in England or UK.
Yes. Is the 8th, mine is the 11th. We have the 12th, Lascelles. Oh, and it's the younger ones coming up now. I have quite a few Julys.
So I believe you used to have July parties?
Yes. Whenever the birthdays, and especially the big birthdays.
Yes.
My last big one was it when I was 88?
88. Wow. You look so good. I have to give you the compliments, because I mean that's the case. Wow.
About that, Donna. But you tend to be able, this drop, a planned day isn't a planned day for me. I will just pick this up and I go upstairs and I start doing that, and outside. Somebody helped me with the garden now. And this started happening in the latter part of the 80s.
Okay.
I used to do the garden, I used to prune, I used to do most things, cut the lawn, and
oh my goodness, superhuman. So you talk about Vanley. What about the other 5 children?
Another one with Vanley lives in Birmingham.
Okay.
And the other 4 is in London.
All right.
So every week one comes up.
Wow.
They have even made a rota for them now.
Is that right?
And when we have a function, they're all here. Grandsons and great-grand,
Oh,
so the family has increased quite a lot.
That must be fabulous for you to sit in the midst of, sons and grandsons and daughters, great-grands, especially out in the garden, right? If the weather is nice. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. And I have a big garden where we can, do everything. Sometimes we put up a boutique.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we have our function there.
Wow. I just have visions of it being, Buckingham Palace. Queen.
I don't know about that. I didn't say that.
Queen Francis.
We had a lovely time the last one, because Vanley was, how old was Vanley? It was a special day, and it was my birthday as well.
Okay.
And we had a lovely time together.
Yeah.
A wonderful time together. And he's so proud of him, of what he's doing and how he's doing. Always kept busy, always coming to do the dinner. I've gone completely off cooking, Donald.
Really?
Completely. You wouldn't believe that I had done cooking, teaching others to cook.
You used to teach others to cook as well?
Teach others.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Because we used to have this where if you want whatever qualification you want, you could book in and then you do it. So young people were coming to me to learn to cook. So I was teaching them how to cook.
And that's amazing.
And I did that for quite some time until I retire from that and start.
Woodworking, right? Crocheting, gardening, and all these. and teaching people to cook. Oh my God. And where did this take place? Cooking.
It started in
College.
Answorth College, and then I did the teaching. I was a supervisor there, and then I went to I was a cook in the one in Answorth, and then I went to Wednesbury, and that was where I did the teaching.
Oh my goodness. That's
When-
amazing.
Mm.
So he said, when is the book coming out then about your life story?
Donald, I am hopeless. If you see the many books and pieces of papers that I've written,
Really?
wanting to put it, but I've never. I'm an hopeless person.
No, I would never ever put you under that heading of hopeless, because after
Well,
all,
what would you say then? I have nothing written down to say that I have done this, apart from you will pick up every piece of paper and you'll see what I've done and what I want to do. And I've got a leather covered book and I was going to write in it. And when I get old, I was going to sit and write everything in calligraphy, but it has not been done yet.
absolutely, and that's the word yet, because the fact that you mentioned that you've got bits and pieces of paper.
So everywhere, Donald.
So that means that you've got a start, because all you have to do is get somebody who is able to actually help you to put that together. I think that's great. Yes, absolutely fabulous. You know,
I'm no good at dates. When I want to know anything about dates, I have a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And I love to say, Claudine, when did I get married? When did I buy that cooker? And things like that, you know.
But that's what life is about, isn't it? In terms of this, you are good at certain things, and other things that you need help with, you just source it. So if you got somebody that's good at that, then you just ask a question, and I'm sure you'll get answers to that. I look forward to the book. I look forward to when it's published. Very much.
The boys, they are wonderful, man. Everybody, every one of them is different. They have their own calling, everyone.
Yes.
You know, one of them, oh my gosh, when he comes, everything is done. Oh, the washing is done, the flour making is done, everything is done, Donald. The other one, the electric is done, the wiring is done. Just everyone has their own calling.
All different characters, right? Six different characters.
6 different characters.
What a blessing.
He comes now, and all the cooking, I have gone off cooking, and if he doesn't come, well, Michael may buy something and bring, or I have other people. I always have someone dropping in.
That's fantastic. You know, that's a blessing of what you gave to people back in the day, you know.
Oh my God, I don't know, Donald. I don't know, because I don't know how it's done. I'm thinking now, how did you do it? These big things and all these stones that I collect and put here and put there, and I do not know. And then at the end of it, I learned to drive, and I was driving, and I would pick up people from here, taking them there, doing. Donald, I do not know. It's only in God's mercy that carry me through.
And you know, when you're writing your book, because I mean, I really do believe that this should be done and will be done. These are some of the people you call on, and to remind you of the dates that you talk about and the things that you to do, because they'll be more than happy to give a testimony of what you've done for them. Wonderful.
Yeah. Then I have one who is a joker.
Oh, I think I know who that is. Yeah, carry on. I hear you by any chances.
He's a joker, man. He just come and do this for me. What do you want me to do? You must ask. You you know, but you don't like to be asking. You want somebody to see something to be done and do it. I don't want to pressure them. And when I used to move about, he said, I make him feel guilty because he will just sit and look at you and make jokes. But if he asks you to do anything, you have to pressure him. You have to sit him down.
And that makes us so unique in it, so different, every one of us.
Every one of us is different.
Wow.
I have one, he's always tired. Oh, I'm tired. You know?
I'm not even going to call it a name, but I think I know who that is.
Yeah, man, but they are wonderful. They are wonderful. I'm wanting of nothing.
That is fantastic, because you know what?
Nothing.
There's so many people, as in parents, who say the opposite to yourself, right? Because they've had such an experience in life with life itself, but also with their children, you know, where they don't have any unity, anything close to what you have got. So to hear you saying that is so wonderful, you know.
Man, this one, he came up once. And then he took somebody's phone to London by accident.
Accident, okay.
And would you believe, on the same night, leaving Birmingham late the night, I think it was on a function as well. Leaving Birmingham late the night, accidentally took the person's phone. And would you believe he traveled all the way back to Birmingham?
No.
Got the phone.
Wow. That's just amazing.
You know, he's so thoughtful to come back and bring the phone. He could have posted it, but he thought so much of that person and he brought the phone back to Birmingham.
You know, I can feel the love, you know, of the family unit.
Oh, yes. And I am just begging them and pleading. I say, please, please, let the unity continue. Don't let me turn in my grave.
Wow, wow, wow. And, you know, it goes beyond where I remember your mom, my auntie.
Yes.
What a lovely lady.
And your mother.
My mother.
I can't forget Geddes.
Oh, wow.
She was lovely. She was lovely. We got on so well.
I've got to say, she was also so funny.
She was.
Oh, my goodness.
She was a funny person.
And you know who has to watch this video is Pearlie, Phyllis.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Because I know you guys sort of grew up together.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, she was a child to me, man.
Oh, was she? Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
How old is she now?
She's 74, 5.
Couldn't believe it. I thought she was, well, you know.
Yes.
I thought she was a little child then.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I remember Pearlie, man.
Wow, the memories.
Oh, dear.
This is so fantastic to gather this. And let this be a part of your history now in going forward and producing that book, because I think your life story is just wonderful. It sort of puts me in the mind of Queen Elizabeth, who just died, our queen, who's done so much in life. You know, it needs to be harnessed as much as you can and, you know, put it somewhere so we can leaf through it when we want in a book.
Yes. I've spent about 70 odd. Mom died. I went fully into the church and I've been there and still there.
Yes, because that's another part of our community. That's a big part of the community, isn't it? Yeah. Fantastic. So it's so good to talk to you about these experiences, because a lot of people, elderly people, have so much to tell about their experiences in leaving, say, you know, the Caribbean and Africa and everything. It's so good to be able to talk to you while you're still here with us, to exchange, because sometimes people see us and they don't know what we've gone through, you know. So for you to be able to talk to us like this and tell you about your life story, it's just fantastic.
But I must say again, I have a brother, his name is Livy.
All right, yes.
Because I
Yes.
wasn't on, you know, until, but
all right,
here.
yes.
Yes, we
Now
have,
that's quite an important point,
Mhm.
you know. Yeah, because he's here in Birmingham as well, isn't he?
Yes. He come to
Oh,
see me sometimes. He ring me the other day, but I haven't even, I ring him
yeah,
back, but didn't get him. I have to ring him again.
yeah. That's
So that's
fantastic, you know.
living, man.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much. Have you got any questions that you would like to ask me about anything at all in terms of?
Yes, I'm so proud of what you are doing.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very proud. And I remember you invited us to, where was it again? When you,
The National Memorial Arboretum up in
yes.
okay.
And I'm so proud to see and to know what you are doing and what you have done. And
Really,
you are an example to others.
really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And all reasons behind these things, I'm very passionate about us telling our story, our stories, because it needs to be told. And some people don't know that we've done things in life. And the bottom line of it all really is to get stories of us. We talk about schooling and what we've learned, history, whatever. Our story should be in schools, so that our people, everybody can learn about our history as well, you know, because all the history should be taught, not some and not the others, you know. So this is all about that.
And it's so nice to see Black, oh dear.
Yes, absolutely.
Cultural.
No, that's the word, please.
Black people, we are seeing them in positions that we have never seen them before.
So important.
So important. You know, you are seeing Black in
everywhere.
In
right.
bank, in everything.
Absolutely.
Because we were just like cast outs.
Yes.
But now we can see Blacks in everything, in sports, in the banks, in everything.
Absolutely.
And I'm so proud of you all.
Thank you. Likewise, because you just told us, well, me, definitely, how much you've done. I didn't know that. So if you have a young lady or a young man sitting listening to your story, you are a real role model for somebody who has achieved. So now that's the purpose of having something like this, where somebody can press a button and listen to your story. Because sometimes people just need to see somebody who looks like them, who's gone out there and achieved, to give them the encouragement to do the same thing. So this is very important.
Never say die.
Never
say die.
So I'm really going to be saying thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you, especially as a relative.
Oh, as my relative, it is so nice, Donald. And somebody has just come through the door. I don't know who it is, but I know it's one of them because they have a key to enter.
Okay. Oh, I love the love and the unity of it all. So thank you so much again. And keep on keeping on, mommy. Love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
Donald.
Okay.
And let us keep the unity together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take care.
Take care now.
Thank you.
God's riches, blessings.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
May he bless you and keep you, and his light shine upon you and grant you that perfect peace.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.